Hey, what's up guys? Hope you're having a good day. Today I'm thinking we should look at the number 2 best-selling t-shirt on Merch by Amazon. I'm laughing because I thought I grabbed the number 1 bestseller and then I realized that, well, I'll show you why we're not going to look at the number 1 bestseller. We're going to look at the number 2 best-selling t-shirt and we're going to evaluate how many sales it does in a day, how many sales it does in a month. We're going to look at its BSR history and see if we notice any trends, any patterns, and see if there's anything we can take away from the general listing and its best practices that we can apply to our own Merch by Amazon listings. So let's get started. Quick reminder to take advantage of my weekly print-on-demand giveaway. It's completely free to enter, and 2 winners are selected every single Sunday. This week, the winners will be rewarded with a license to Flying Research, print-on-demand research tools, AutomatePOD, print-on-demand design creation automation, All-American Graphics, premium graphics for your designs, and Bubble Scout, the only Redbubble niche research and validation tool. So check that out. There's a link in the description. So I went to Amazon and searched the Amazon merch products, which I recommend using the search merch tool to do. I can link to it in the description. And like I said, I thought I had the number 1 bestseller. Then I realized, of course, there is a Star Wars shirt that is the number 1 Amazon merch bestseller. Now, that's what, guys, you see the number underneath the listings? It says under Yoda, it says number 682, and then the one next to it, number 735. Well, that's the bestseller rank. And that indicates how well this product is selling relative to all other products in that category on Amazon. And these are, I guess, technically not number 1 bestsellers because you can see the bestseller rank 682, the other one 735. But relative to Merch by Amazon products, at least the ones that Amazon's showing to us, as of me recording this video, these are the 2 Amazon merch best-selling products. And we're gonna skip over the Disney shirt because, I mean, it's Disney. You know what I mean? We're not messing with Star Wars. We're not messing with Disney, and we're not going to infringe on any big brands. So let's take a look at the I'm Not Old, I'm Classic shirt, which has been selling really well for, I feel like, at least the last month. It's got 1,358 reviews, indicating that it's been selling on Amazon for longer than just this year. So noted. But let's take a look at that product listing and see if we can learn anything. And one thing you'll notice too is that depending on how you search on Amazon, you may see different results. So if you just go to Amazon merch products in that category and you don't seed it with a search phrase, you'll see it labeled as a bestseller. All right, but if you actually type in relevant keywords related to the listing, you may see it listed as Amazon's choice instead. So you can kind of manipulate what Amazon tags it with based on how you search. Just wanted to make that noted. All right, so here you go, a picture of the listing. It doesn't look like they really did anything too crazy as far as like keyword strategy in the title. You know what I mean? You can even see they said in the title men and women's t-shirt, which is kind of a waste of keywords in my mind. But you know, when you get to this level of success, guys, and I mean, here's the thing, we don't have the full picture unless this was my listing. I wouldn't be able to say definitively like, oh yeah, this was never involved in advertising campaigns, or, you know, that there isn't like external traffic being driven, or, you know, there's ways to kind of game the system. I'm not saying they did any of that. If it's a good enough design on the right keywords and it's been on Amazon performing well for a long period of time, the algorithm learns to associate this listing with various search terms, even if it's not included in the product listing, believe it or not. Like, the algorithm will still learn to associate it with search terms if customers are seeing it, clicking it in search results, adding to cart, and buying. You know what I mean? It's a pretty intelligent algorithm, but also that's kind of like how you would code it, right? If we were all developers writing our product ranking algorithm, we'd probably write something like that. So anyways, we can see 1,358 ratings. This product's definitely been on Merch by Amazon for some time now, and I think roughly like 5% of your orders may result in a review or less. So let's say 5% on the high end, which indicates that you can 20x that number. So 1,358 times 20. And they've gotten something like, they're closing in on 30,000 product sales most likely. So that's pretty impressive. They've priced it at $15.90, which I think as far as pricing psychology is kind of a random number. You could just go up to like $15.99 or $15.95. Who knows why they priced it at $15.90. And this is actually an older listing, you can guess, because you used to only be able to enable 5 colors on your Merch by Amazon products. So they only have 5 colors. You can't go back in time and enable additional colors on your older listings. So this listing was most likely created back when you could not select up to 10 colors. As far as the design goes, it checks all the boxes in my book. It's big, it's bold, it's pretty easy to read. They didn't go for a solid white, which is the best way to contrast against a black shirt. They went with like a distressed look, but I mean, think about the niche here. I'm not old, I'm classic with a classic car. The distressed look and feel, I think, fits the niche perfectly. That it's an older, because what does a distressed design look like? It looks older. It looks more classic, you know what I mean, to use the words from straight off the shirt. So here we're going to look at the BSR history, the bestseller rank history, and kind of see how well this was selling in the past relative to how well it's selling now. I will hide myself from the YouTube video really quickly so you can see. It looks like you can see that line has kind of bumped upwards, indicating that it's actually losing momentum, even though it still currently has like a 700 something BSR, which is absolutely crazy. And then if we zoom out, by the way, you can see BSR history using Helium 10. Helium 10 sells a bunch of different Amazon seller tools. Like it's like a suite of seller tools, but you don't have to pay for this one. So I'll drop a link in the description. All you have to do is create a free account and install the Chrome extension, no credit card, anything like that. So I recommend you guys do that, honestly. For print on demand, it's not a must. For physical goods like FBA products, I'd consider it a must to evaluate your competition before you launch a product. Also, it keeps the price history. So that's pretty interesting. You can see that kind of like yellowish line, and that yellow line kind of indicates that they have held their price consistent at $15.90 at least for the last 30 days. Now, if I go to the next picture that I took, you'll notice I zoomed it out to all time, and it looks like they posted this shirt back in July of 2018. So this shirt is coming up on a 3-year anniversary of being available for sale on Amazon. And you'll notice the only time it really, after it kind of established itself, and Amazon was exposing this shirt to a lot of customers, because it has to get in front of customers in order to get purchased, obviously. So Amazon was making sure the customers saw the shirt, and which is a function of both it being a product listing that converts well, but also being in a niche. And in this case, probably multiple niches. Like we're seeing this sell really well around Father's Day, even though the shirt doesn't even say Father's Day or really have that much to do with Father's Day, because clearly it's being gifted as a Father's Day present, or at least that's what I would infer. And the only time it really dips, you guys see this right around March 2020. Well, what happened back in March and May and June 2020? You guys remember they closed Merch by Amazon. So the BSR of pretty much all products is going to look somewhat similar during that time frame because it really couldn't sell. So that's worth noting. You can kind of look back in time and see that when they launched this product, they launched it right around $13. So right around min price. And then they upped it to the looks like $15.99. And for some reason, in about late 2020, they moved it from $15.99 to $15.90. We could speculate why, but it's just cool that you can see this history just by installing a Chrome extension, right? So it's all free. And they've tried pricing it as high as $19.99 a few times, but ended up changing the price back relatively soon. Don't worry, we're going to look at how much money this product makes in a second. I just wanted to note that before this product was really, I don't know what to say other than learned by the Merch by Amazon algorithm and recognized and understood, it had a more normal pattern of sales, which looks something like this. Oh, by the way, I just realized I'm still hidden. It looks something like this. And this pattern, there's absolutely nothing wrong with. This is what I aim for with my uploads on Merch by Amazon. Honestly, I aim for less than this. I aim to make I've said this before, but I'm in tier 200,000. So if I can make one sale a year on 200,000 listings at $5 profit per, I'll make $1 million profit a year. So I don't even need this many sales, but every kind of upswing that you see followed by a sharp downturn, the downturn indicates a lower BSR, which happens after a sale. So if you're not a bestseller, then you typically kind of float in this range that you see behind me. And again, I'm kind of hiding it, but it's floating around the range of 200K BSR to $1 million BSR. That's pretty standard. And again, every time you drop off in BSR, it's a sale, and then it climbs back up. So they're not making too many regular sales. Well, they are selling regularly, but they're not making multiple sales a day, is what this chart says to me. But again, that's still fine. I'm sure we would all take that. Regular sales is fine. And then here, if I look at, again, the last 30 days, you can kind of see that around late May, they started a consistent downtrend on the BSR. So all of a sudden the sales were starting to amass more regularly. That could be indicative of either people buying this product because of the holiday that it's associated with. It could be that they launched ad campaigns to advertise kind of aggressively. I had Cameron on my channel 2 weeks ago, and he talked about how he made like $4,000 in a single day of profit because he had run so many ads to train the algorithm to show his shirt as the organic rank 1 right ahead of a big holiday related to his shirt. So it can be done. We don't know for sure if this is a result of ads or not, but we know there's a lot of historical sales data. So the algorithm already knows that this shirt is going to be popular around this time of year related to the keywords that people are searching at this time of year. All right, so now the reason you guys came. How much money is this product making? Well, Jungle Scout estimates that it's doing about $147,000 a month in revenue. That's absolutely crazy. Jungle Scout, by the way, I would call it an Amazon FBA seller tool that helps project using BSR, how many sales a product is doing. And what's really good is they've got like all this aggregate data across different categories on Merch by Amazon. Because keep in mind, guys, the #1 best-selling product in novelty and what is it called? I can't think of the category for some reason. Clothing, shoes, and whatever novelty category that Merch by Amazon products are listed in. The #1 bestseller doesn't move as many units as the #1 bestseller in the like household and kitchen category. So that's why it's like using a tool like this helps you get much more accurate projections. Anyways, I sell FBA, so I use this tool, but I'll put a link to Jungle Scout in the description as well in case anybody's interested in checking it out. It's actually on sale right now for Prime Day too. So if you are interested, you might want to actually act on that, or at least check it out, right? Check out the deal. So Jungle Scout does not know the actual like net profit from these products. So I went ahead and I looked, and you'll notice if you go to Merch by Amazon and you type in $15.90 for a standard t-shirt, that you make $2.14 profit per sale. So by Jungle Scout's estimates, and again, this BSR, we know the BSR is fluid, right? We looked at the chart just a second ago and we saw that the BSR changes over time, right? It dipped really low, and that was like peak sales. And now after Father's Day passed, it's most likely going to normalize outside of probably 10,000 BSR at least. It'll probably normalize above 10,000 BSR. That'd be my guess. And so daily 388 sales a day times $2.14 comes to about $830 profit per day. Crazy. Monthly, and again, monthly is not the best indicator because we know this is a fluid BSR situation. It's not like selling Bluetooth headphones, which are going to sell well year round. You know what I mean? So this is more like, okay, we saw the dip in the historical BSR. We know this sells best in June. But if you take $2.14 by Jungle Scout's estimate, 9,271 sales, you get about $20,000, just under $20,000 a month, which is crazy for one t-shirt. And you never know how this story even starts. Like, this could have just been a simple design off of Fiverr. Like, the skill needed to execute this design is not very skilled. This is a pretty basic design, and I'm not a good designer, guys. I'm always transparent about that. But like anything else in life, it's like just keep chipping away, learn something new, and you'll be able to pull stuff off like this in your sleep. All right. By the way, if anybody doesn't want to join my full course but wants to just check out my print-on-demand design course, it's steeply discounted relative to my full course, so I'll put a link to that in the description, and you can check that out. I'll also link to it in the YouTube cards right here in case you just want to click that and make your life easy. All right, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Before I leave, just wanted to remind you, I have a completely free 7-day Amazon merch mini course. All I need is your email address. I send you one lesson a day. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback on it, so you can take advantage using the link in the description. Also, while you're down there, check out my Merch by Amazon Facebook group. Honestly, it's growing rapidly, and there's tons of great discussion in there every single day. And of course, I've got my full Merch by Amazon course showing you how to take your account from tier 10 to tier 200,000. I've got my account. I help scale up 2 other accounts of people in my life. So I know what I'm talking about, and yeah, check that course out if you are in need of some guidance with Merch by Amazon so you can scale quicker. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you tomorrow.